Welcome back to HD Entertainment Group, and today we'll be spoiler reviewing The Boys episode 1 through 3. Now, before we get to that, I want you to like and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell for notifications for every time I upload a video. But without further ado, let's get started. Now, again, this is The Boys episode 1 through 3 spoiler review. So if you haven't seen The Boys episode 1 through 3, leave now. Alright, so this will be a spoiler review, but also a general review because Amazon did release all 3 episodes the last Friday, and then I believe every other week it'll be an episode. So this will be a general review, but there will be some spoilers in this review. So let's get started. So in episode 1, it starts off like the boys seem to be in a good spot, I guess you would say. This show literally, like, there's no like bright spots. This show is a very, very dark show. Huey's working for the Federal Bureau of Super Control. Butcher and them are basically working under Huey, which is like a funny dynamic to see because if you've been watching this show from season 1 to 3, Huey has always been the, I guess you would call him the punk of the group, the little boy of the group, but now he's kind of in the position of power more than Billy Butcher and Frenchie and all the rest. And the violence, oh my god, like this show's always been violent, but they ramped up the violence and the sexual content to a T. To literally, it starts off with like, I believe the superhero name, the guy is named Termite. So he's basically like Ant-Man. He could turn small and he's super strong when he's small. And it starts off with him like in like a party having sex with like this Barbie doll, and then he goes in the back room and basically I can't believe I can't like literally like the things they could do on these streaming platforms that they can't do on television is ridiculous because literally he goes small and he goes into someone's penis and then he sneezes and blows up and then that whole guy's body is like shit. It is so disgusting and gruesome. Oh my god! And then you have Frenchie and them. They come in and they're basically, I guess, catching soups uh, in the act, or just catching soups that do wrong things. So they go in. The tiny guy tries to beat Frenchie and the Asian one up, and then Butcher comes in and saves him and locks him into a bag of like cocaine, and he's about to kill him. But I guess they're in a new mode where they don't kill soups now. But clearly Butcher is not vibing with that. So they're basically doing that. Huey is with the girl who we learned at the end of season 2 is the woman who ends up popping the heads of all the people who are about to basically throw Vought into the fire. Like we learned that at the end of season 2, and now she's kind of leading this bureau as like a cover. But Huey doesn't know that, at least not yet. And also Homelander, he has always been unhinged in this show, but in season 3, because in season 1 he lost his, I guess you call her his love, like the woman that was like the, I guess, CEO of Vought. He killed her in season 1. He lost his Nazi girlfriend. Well, I mean, he didn't lose her, but she's pretty much like crippled. He lost his Nazi girlfriend in season 2, and his baby mama, and he lost his son. So in season 3, you could see in his eyes, he looks so unhinged. It's crazy, and I think that's my favorite part of season 3 so far is to see like his shift, because if you really think about it, no one can really boss him around. But Stan Edgar, who was played by Giancarlo Esposito, he plays these fantastic villains where he's calm, collected, but like you fear him, but not in the way of like a screaming villain. Like it's just so subtle. And he plays these roles very well. Like if you're watching The Mandalorian, he also plays Moff Gideon. If you watch Breaking Bad, he plays Gus. So he plays these roles so perfectly, and he's basically the only person who can really keep Homelander in check. But if you really like, Homelander has more power than anybody on the planet. So it's great for him to come to that realization of like no one could stop me. Why am I listening to these humans? Like I could literally do whatever I want. Like he still has that need to be loved by society, but he's slowly breaking out of that, and that's making him a lot more dangerous. And Starlight, who became co-captain of the Seven because Edgar basically said, Homelander, after your whole thing with the Nazi girl, your proposal went down. Starlight has been going up, so they made them co-captain of the Seven. And Homelander wasn't good with that, but of course, Stan Edgar, runs the show a lot. But eventually he realizes, you know what, I could do it how I want because I'm Homelander. And that dynamic is so fun to watch. Seeing the dynamic between Butcher and the kid Ryan, who is Homelander's son, is also pretty cool because, again, at the end of season 2, he accidentally lasers Stormfront, but he in the process he kills his mom doing that. So basically, he lost his mom. He has these developing powers of Homelander, and he has to live in like this safe house with a federal agent. So it's good to see that like Butcher is really trying to connect with this kid, even though he really really doesn't like Soups. He actually likes this kid, and this kid's a nice kid. But the danger with this kid is he's literally could be the spitting image of Homelander, and that I think is dangerous, but also like it could be the greatest assets if they do it right. But during the end of the season, you can see that Butcher doesn't play his cards right. He tries to separate the kid by basically saying like, "You killed my wife. Like, why would I ever like you? Whatever." And then the kid says, "I hate you," with like the glowing laser. It's gonna be a whole mess shit show. I hope that kid is all right because they can't afford to have two Homelanders. But basically, the crux of the episode 1 through 3 is they're trying to find this. They're trying to find a way to kill Homelander, and I guess you could call him bootleg Captain America. His name is Soldier Boy in the show, and apparently he's almost as strong as Homelander. And something was able to kill him. They don't know what. They're trying to figure out what killed Soldier Boy because if it could kill, I guess someone as powerful as that guy, who apparently is the comp to Homelander's abilities, uh, it might be able to kill Homelander. So that's basically the crux of what the first 3 episodes I've been trying to do is let's find a way to kill Homelander because he's the biggest threat. They're still trying to take down Vought. Vought, the company itself, they're still trying to take down, which Huey does learn that the boss he's working for is the woman that explodes the heads of the people from last season. And he realizes, because the whole time, I guess during the past year, because the year time skip from season 2 to season 3, he's trying to find a way to take down the superheroes and Vought the right way. But after learning that basically the higher up the woman is basically the one covering for Vought, and he's been working for it for a year, and he's basically been doing nothing his whole year, like he's been wasting his year. He comes to the conclusion that yeah, we gotta do it Butch's way. So it looks like it's a whole download from there. Oh, also before I forget, Homelander, not Homelander, Queen Maeve gives Butcher this serum, which you see in the trailer, like he gets the laser eyes. It's like Compound V, but temporary. I think they call it V24 in the show, which gives them the power of a super for 24 hours or so. At least I think so, because Butcher takes it and he beats the shit of this superhero named Gunpowder, who was a sidekick to Soldier Boy, who he's trying to figure out what the hell killed Soldier Boy. But it's been more than a day, and it seems like he's still having the glow or side effects of this thing, but I think it wears off. But basically, it's a game changer for them because they're finally able to combat the supers in like a physical capacity on par with them now. But I think all in all, episode 1 through 3 is just as gruesome as I thought it was gonna be. It's just as fun in a weird sick superhero way as it's gonna be, and like I'm really enjoying like the character development so far. A Train. Oh, let me get the A Train real quick. I almost forgot my boy A Train. He has a heart condition now, so he can't run as fast. So he's trying to rebrand himself, and he basically like wants to connect back to his African roots, even though everyone knows he doesn't give a shit about his roots from Africa. So he changes his whole suit into like a yellow, green, red type of thing, like kind of representing Africa, and he's trying to remarket himself as like a Black Lives Matter advocate. Even though it starts off as bullshit, but I'm very interested to see how that character development goes through because if it goes the way I think it's gonna go, A Train might end up being the one of the biggest redemptions of this show. But again, this show likes to turn shit on its head, so I'm not gonna hold my breath. But I like A Train simply because he's just a funny character, and I like my favorite power is super speed, so I'm always interested in that. But yeah, I think all the through lines of Starlight trying to infiltrate the Seven, the boys basically reverting back to what they did before, but with a little bit more help. And Homelander is by far the most intriguing one because I want to see how far it's gonna go because I like based on the trend that it's going, he's going to break, and when and if he does, everybody's in trouble. Like the heads of what the boys, like everybody, unless they can find a way to kill them. So that is my general slash spoiler review of The Boys. I'm absolutely enjoying it so far. I would say for all three episodes, I'd probably give them the same rating, like a strong 9 out of 10. But yeah, tell me what you think about The Boys episode 1 through 3 in the comments below. I wanted to do this with my other counterpart, Danielle, aka Beanie. We do have a channel together called D4, the D4 channel. But because of stuff that's happening in life, I couldn't get to do it with her. But hopefully for the next review for episode 4, it'll be me and her talking about it because we do watch that show together and it's a very awesome show. Like it's gruesome. So hopefully next time we'll have her pitching in on her thoughts of the past episodes and then the new episode that's going to come out every other week. But anyways, I'm your boy Hamid Mark, and this has been my review, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.